Hey guys, it's me, Goldilocks, and you're watching Goldilocks Does That Aesthetics. So happy new year, new me, new you, new us. Like, it's gonna be awesome. So during 2020, I've been kind of like creating videos to like set the foundation about like how we're changing our body or how we can change our body if that's what we want to do. And so now this is a new year, it's time to put that in action. Okay, so this video is going to be a part of a 3-part series. In this series we're going to talk about like actually doing it, like not just like, hey, I think I want to, no, but like actually like going from like one body shape or one thing your body's doing to a completely different thing that your body's doing. Okay, we're giving me like fabulous. All right, so we're gonna go from where we are at to where we want to be. Okay, so this video is part 1 of 3 because it's like a 3-part process. Okay, you have to assess the situation, plan and execute, and then evaluate. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do in this 3-part series. So first things first, we're gonna start by assessing the situation. Now, I already created a video about body type. There's 5 different body types if you remember correctly. Let me see if I can remember them all. Okay, there's the apple, there's the inverted triangle, there's the pear, there's the ruler, and then there's the hourglass. Okay, so if you're not familiar, please go back and watch that video so you can kind of familiarize yourself with you know, the body shapes, and then come back here so we can get this thing rolling. So like I said, first things first, determine your body type. That's easy to do. Most people fall into those 5 categories, even though we're all like unique and special, so you can't really like put everybody into a body type, but we can kind of get close enough. Okay, and the second part is like kind of like determining like what's your goal and like where you want to be. Okay, so like for example, like you could be a ruler and maybe like you could be like small, or a ruler, very slim, but maybe you want to be like a little bit more voluptuous. You want to be a little thicker. So that's the type of thing that we're doing, like kind of assessing where we need to be. Now I have a video too about like choosing your body goal. Like please go back and watch that so you can kind of like get an understanding about like what is the healthiest way to choose your body goal, because you know, we see a lot of things on social media that aren't exactly reality. Like there's a lot of editing and photo trickery with a lot of pictures on Instagram. So even though we're, you know, trying to have the best body we can be, or trying to create the beauty in the eye of us as the beholder, we also want to make sure we're doing it in a healthy way and we're not setting unrealistic expectations. So I kind of want to have like a little quick example here. Like one of my favorite bodies is Amber Rose. Oh, I think she's like so fabulous, right? So like here's a picture of Amber Rose and she looks amazing, like just absolutely perfect. And this is a beautiful picture, but it's not exactly reality. Okay, like there's editing in this video to make her look a little bit better than she actually does. So this is how Amber Rose really looks. Now this may be a little, she may look a little different now because this videos, or excuse me, but because this picture is like a little bit older. But if we compare these 2 pictures, you see they look a little different. Okay, and that's okay. But we just need to know like when we're like picking bodies, like, you know, please make sure we're not picking something that's like unrealistic. Now that's not to say that if you have one body type and you want to go to the extreme or to another body type that you can't do that. You can absolutely do that, but we just need to make sure we're being realistic and we're not you know, beating up on ourselves or trying to take our bodies to a place like where it's not physically healthy for us to be. Okay, so those are the 2 things we're doing right now to assess the situation. 1, seeing kind of where we're at, like what's our body type, are we a little too skinny, do we have a few extra pounds, like that type of thing. So just go through and just kind of determine, like in your head, you can write it down too, like you know, if there was some things that I was going to change about my body, what would they be? Okay, and this is not to say that you have to change anything about your body or that you don't love yourself. Like by all means you can still love yourself, but just not love every single aspect of your body. Okay, so if you don't want to change, cool, don't change. But this video, this series is for people who kind of want to like step their game up and want to like make their body in the best vision of them. Okay, so when we're talking about like evaluating where we are and then deciding where we want to be, I'll use myself for example. So Like me, for example, I'm in my last update video, I weighed like 165 or 167, and I was not completely happy with the way I looked in that video. I kind of looked at it, I was like, I don't know, like maybe I put a little too much weight, you know. And then I went back and watched my first update video where I was like between like 150 and 155, and I just like the way my body looked like so much better in that video. Like, so I was like, okay, cool, I want to go back to how I looked then, because I was really happy with my body in that video. So that's like a good example of like picking like where you are and where you want to be. So in the next video we'll talk about like how we're actually going to implement that and how we're actually going to make that change. And I'll also share like a weight loss video, since like that's what I'm trying to do. So video number 2 is gonna be about like how, now that we know where we're at, how do we get there? So we're gonna plan, and then we're gonna execute. Okay, so that's what we'll be going over in the next video. I'll see you then. All right, bye.